you believe it, guys?
The setup actually is for a normal playthrough.
It got here so fast.
What is up, everybody? In this video, we're going to be no-hitting Elden Ring using the Bolt of Gransax. The Bolt of Gransax is very well known for its ancient lightning spear Ash of War. This shoots a high-powered lightning projectile with crazy range, and it's amazing for picking off little enemies. Unfortunately, this weapon is obtained a little bit late for an 80% run, so we ended up dropping it at the start of the game. If you're interested in watching me route and complete these runs live, you can follow my Twitch where I stream almost every single day, and we're completing a bunch of no-hit runs. But for now, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the run. You know, obviously we don't have any sort of scripted Elden Beast strat. But it's really not that bad for him. It's not the worst thing we've used for him so far. There's a big difference between good and bad weapons in this game. Very big, and we're noticing that now. Whereas in Dark Souls 3, there's actually not that big of a difference. It's not really the weapon's fault, it's just the way Elden Beast works. If you don't have a powerful enough weapon to skip the Elden Stars, you gotta basically do some garbage strat to skip it. That's what I get, though, for getting hit on Hoarah Loux earlier in such a stupid way. Most attempts? Yeah, pretty easily, I think. This is probably like our 10th so far. 9th or 10th. Not enough damage on the bolt. The biggest issue with the bolt is that it's very, very slow. It has very high damage, but it's super slow. It's not meant to be used in direct combat with bosses. And then this weapon just really doesn't have anything else going for it other than the bolt. RNG at that point. I don't know, if we just keep playing the same way, keep getting late game, we'll eventually get it. And I actually think that this run would probably be a lot better if we didn't go with a build that maximizes the lightning bolt. Yeah, the bolt is maybe one of the slowest attacks in the whole game. I got clipped by a needle on the flying overhead needle attack. No, we don't start on NG+, but I start with the weapon using cheat engine. Just because this weapon's pretty late, so... Put a lot of focus into that last run, and now I'm all tired. Give me another subathon situation. I'm gonna like fall asleep on stream and still be playing the game without even knowing. But I just need to be good and not get that, you know, super unlucky, and then we're fine. So, but as I've been saying, it's like a little extra disappointing with this weapon because I was going in thinking it was actually gonna be good. It's the exact opposite of the pre-late run. The pre-late I thought was going to be trash. I thought it was going to be by far the worst weapon we've used so far. And then it just ended up being objectively the best by a long shot. And then this thing, you know, so many people will talk about how cool this weapon is, and it is really cool. But I thought it was going to be really strong. I thought that range attack was going to be faster and it was going to just blast through the bosses and stuff. But yeah, of course, as I've been saying, the thing with this weapon is that it's meant to do exactly what I just did right here. It's all meant for just blasting enemies from range. But you know what? I think that once we get this... Holy, that was a big jump. Once we get this, dude, I'm pretty sure we're just going to be bruising. I agree, Aziz. I like the bigger swords in DS3 more, but... I like the clubs in this game way, way more. The clubs and the great clubs are just so much better in this game. Yeah, you do have to do way too much for Millicent. You got to kill a boss. You got to kill the NPC. You got to do the... Or actually, I guess 2 bosses, right? That is stuff, though, that we will be doing during the incantation run because you want to get pest threads. I don't remember how much of the quest you have to do, but I think you at least have to get the prosthesis. Gideon. Yeah, I definitely can do that. But I do prefer when runs are legit because that gives us a good idea of how viable the setup actually is for a normal playthrough. Right, so my favorite thing so far has been the prelate hammer, because that's a weapon that is ridiculously strong, and it's also just a totally viable weapon to use on a normal playthrough. Whereas this one, right, it's not as cool. It's a cool weapon, but it's not as fun to do it because we just start the game with it, because it's too late in the game to actually do a proper run with it. So yeah, so that, I mean, it's definitely a lot of extra time, but I think it's probably worth it. Oh yeah, good idea, Karchuggin, dude. Let's go get the big version and fucking kill a rot guy. Plus I guess that's better than nothing. I was trying to hit the boss, or trying to hit the guy here. No, you do not.
Of all that is golden and in race.
I'm really excited, you guys, for the incantation run specifically, because I actually know what's going on with that already. And yeah, the sorcery run should also be basically trivial. I don't know the route very well. And then what else? It's a full in. Yeah, I did Skyrim for like a couple weeks at one point. How good is this weapon? It's basically not good at all, unfortunately. Maybe it's my mentality that's a problem with this run, coming into it. I thought it was going to be good, dude. I thought it was going to be so fucking good. Maybe that's the problem. And then the game is picking up on it and just magically giving me bad RNG because of that. On Elden Beast. Right? Surely that's what's happening. But as I keep saying, it's not actually that bad. So it just has a weak final bosses, which is actually just the most important bosses in the game to be good for. I think it's due to just the Ash of War being really slow, Aziz. I think that's the problem. When you're using weapons like this, you have to be better at the game in order to use them effectively, and I'm just not there yet, dude. Howl of Shiburi is a 25% damage bonus to all damage types for 40 seconds. And it's funny, it doesn't even say that in the description, but that's just what it is. You can make anything work in PvP. Welcome. 9 hours command coming in clutch, dude. All right, so let's attempt to bait out the charge here. There it is. Actually, easily had enough time to drink there. I should have. Just do a couple R1s here. Dude. Why am I even using the Ash of War on this thing, dude? When the R1s is just better DPS than that. Why am I even using the Ash of War? You just get kills like that. I mean, oh man. I think I'm just using this weapon totally wrong. Can't help but feel that way. But no, I think I probably have like 1,400 hours in the game. Just R1 spam weapon with like a multi-attack build and it becomes god tier. That is definitely what it seems like, Jeffrey. Yeah, that's true. If it doesn't have good poise damage, then it has to have spectacular damage for it to actually be good. Why did I make this bet, dude? What a mistake, dude. Oh my god. Get this run today. If we do, then we should be good. If we do indeed get this run, then I'm feeling pretty good. If not, then it's going to be not so good. Look how much damage this thing does on him. It's because he's weak to lightning, but I think he's weak to lightning. Very good damage on him. I do have a stone sword key, but I will have to go and buy another one for the other boss, or I could just pick it up, I guess. Might have to start pulling out the loopholes, dude. This run, it starts to get fun once we get to this point. Once we start to get into Margit, the run starts to be really fun. Just the problem is that it takes 50 minutes to get there. Another hat trick? I don't know, man. It's possible. We have done a hat trick where we got 2 Elden Ring runs in one day. That has happened. Yeah, and once we get this run out of the way, I'll be feeling pretty good because there's some nice runs coming up. You know, hopefully they don't take us that much time. The next run after this will be most likely the Ordovis Greatsword run. Now the helmet so I don't proc myself with madness. Juicy follow-up. Yeah, you're definitely right, Aziz, about the weapon moving me forward. It definitely is super awkward for me. It feels very awkward. There's certain punishes that I'm scared to go for because of it. Especially on this guy, like here. Because I'm scared I'm going to be brought into the vortex. Nice fight, though. Yo, Car Chuggin, thanks for the gifted sub. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, it's pretty cursed, dude. We had a run to Elden Beast today, and we had a run to Hoarah Loux. Both got ended. Which is not what you like to see. Unless you want me to do the God Run 3, I guess.
by my curse. Such shedding then thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Dude. Yeah, it's because he made that weird by doing his projectiles. Kind of just messed everything up. This weapon would actually be... I think this weapon would actually be god tier if NPCs didn't, like, input read it. Or whatever. You guys remember that legend who challenged me to PvP one time in Dark Souls 3? They were like talking trash to me, saying that they would destroy me, and then they wanted to PvP me. And I don't know if they were just joking or not, but I'm like, yeah, let's fucking do it, dude. I don't think they knew that I actually did a shit ton of PvP at a decently high level too. I don't think they knew because I was just doing no hit runs and like, yeah, 1v1 me. And then they actually went through with it, and I dueled them. And they're pretty good sport about it. Obviously, they got completely destroyed. But they wanted to keep doing it. It wasn't, I don't know. They didn't have like their ego shattered or something, which is pretty nice. But he's an absolute legend for challenging me, dude. 1v1 you at the Coliseum, Recycle Ben? Yeah, maybe, dude. I mean, how are you not getting slept right there, dude? That makes no sense at all. I just, like, why are you not getting slept, Fire Giant, you fucking idiot? Of course. That was a sketchy moment when the fireball was exploding and the ranged frost attack. It's pretty nice. I'm lucky that I didn't try to go in there, or else that would have been pretty bad. Yeah, for having scripting potential, you need a weapon that either does high poise damage or really, really high damage or high damage per second. And this weapon has neither of those. Maliketh just doesn't have a lot of HP, so most weapons can script him somehow. This run sort of reminded me of when we were going for all bosses no hit. Just in the types of resets we've had and spending so much time per attempt. But this run, there's quite a few of the runs that require a pretty substantial setup. Whether that's going to get rot pots from Lake of Rot if they're not good enough for Gideon, or just, I don't know, going to Volcano Manor takes some time. Thanks, Daunt, by the way. I didn't forget a buff, did I? Oh, you guys, I'm so stupid. Just making this harder on myself for absolutely no reason. It's really hard to remember to do that. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with a little bit of extra here for sure. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Here we go. Yeah, imagine that miss, dude. If that missed, the run was over. But I was confident that it was going to hit. Yeah, imagine they're all at iframes. That'd be so funny. That'd be an insane learning moment. I wouldn't even be mad. Yeah, that roll attack is probably... It's definitely up there with one of the worst attacks I've ever seen. Especially because it's not really... I don't think it's really buggy. Well, it is, actually. There's definitely bugginess to it, but even if you just consider what they intended for that attack to be, it's still atrocious, dude. But then, yeah, there's also the bugs on top of it where... She will instantly transition into it after an attack, or after a stun, potentially, if you stun her during it. Just instantly. No, the Ancestor Spirit roll is not nearly as bad. It's got way worse tracking, and... Although, it is a little tricky to roll, I will say, because sometimes you get caught on the boss, and... Yeah, sometimes you get caught, and then you get carried into the hitbox. So that's how I would change it. I would make the attack just go in a straight line, and it would be hilarious to look at, which is what I think they were partially going for at the very least. That's no was she? I don't know. Probably not. Oh, I messed up, you guys. Swipe. Should work. Where do you think you're going? Yeah, to kill what? Your mom. Alright, third run of the day to this point, you guys. Count them 3. If you're talking Ornstein and Smo, specifically the charge attack from Ornstein is completely busted. Even in the remaster, it's still the exact same. I remember when the remaster was coming out, I was so hopeful that they would fix that. And they just didn't. It's just the exact same. But I understand a remaster isn't really meant to do that sort of thing, but... I mean, come on. How do you release a game knowing that you have that sort of thing in it? I just don't comprehend. How do you release a game with that in it?
I commend your spirit, but alas,
Hopefully that me leveling or not leveling up doesn't matter.
Queen Margit has high hopes for us. I know in my bone.
Debag him. Well, Demon Souls, the thing with Demon Souls is that it was a proper remake, right? So a different company came and totally remade the game. The remaster, I actually really like the remaster, to be honest. It makes Dark Souls 1 much more playable. So I actually like the remaster, but it's just I cannot believe the bigger thing is that I don't like Dark Souls 1 that much. I think that's the bigger thing. I'm gonna go Axe Talisman here. Kind of a shame, but it doesn't really matter. I'm a little slow here. Oh boy. He was trying to troll me, dude. He's trying to troll me. There we go. The shit weapon is done. It's not that bad, but it's it was cursed, dude. The curse is lifted. Yeah, he was trying his trick. We were right next to the edge of the arena and he was trying to do some fucking needles to me, dude. Yeah, we did it, dude. The cursed weapon. This has officially been the weapon that has taken us the longest to get a run with. And we had 2 runs. That was our second run to Elden Beast in a row. The last one we got memed. But I was getting consistent near the end at least, so. Yep.
Will look back upon us.
Let's see here. What time is it, you guys? It's only 6:20. There's a hockey game on tonight that I kind of want to watch. So, maybe I should do another run though, dude. I don't know. Maybe we should start routing. I definitely am going to take a break here. But yeah, maybe we start routing for the next run. We really got to pick up the pace, I think. So I think we're going to keep streaming, you guys. We're going to We're going to start routing Ordovis Greatsword, which I think has the potential to be really strong. So that will be next. Let's check the request here, though. So, Bolt of Balsax is done. And so the Bonely is being switched to the Ordovis Greatsword. And so that's going to be next up. 12 more to go, you guys. 12 more runs to go.